Yes, I'm a priest and prophet of the Lord, cutting slices scriptures like sword. Wonder why niggas so hardcore? Well, I'll kindly answer. This ain't the white man's world, it's iconoclast. I don't want a white man's girl, that's my kind of anthem. Yes, I'm a priest and prophet of the Lord, cutting slices scriptures like sword. Wonder why niggas so hardcore? Well, I'll kindly answer. My main thing like a private dancer. Do a thing I ain't gotta ask. Honey Stone sometimes a jazz. Holy Spirit declining Casper, not a crisis actor, but a prime factor. I apply to rap to give life right after. Nigga dapper from head to toe. Mediator of the law, one west to west coast. Scrambled eggs and toast is the private style. Good shepherd, I die for the flock. Think just like a cod. I ride with the Glock. My ride to the top. Out of fiddle in the giant. Killing in the fire. Cold as hell. No co-intel. Pro dope as hell though. Alpha milk coat. Steel toe boots and adulterated truth. Never make it with the groupie. Partner, don't get too pieced off that. I love Lucy, goosey, pussy. Lips on live like Lucy. Only to find out you goofy. Grinner in the face of the true king. New scene. None of the sun is not a new thing. Project Blue Beam. You worried about the wrong shit. Brothers made for moving. Faith way soothing. Changing colors like a mood ring. Lady sings the blues, means wash away the that reveal the true bling. Blacks, Latinos, and natives, stop marching, start moving. Precipice of power, no cowards. We shower you with money from heaven. This wedding, you keep forgetting. Armageddon, no tears on me shedding. This ain't the white man's world, it's iconoclast. I don't want a white man's girl, that's my kind of anthem. Yes, I'm a priest and prophet of the Lord, cutting slices scriptures like sword. Wonder why niggas so hardcore? Well, I'll kindly answer. This ain't the white man's world, it's iconoclast. I don't want a white man's girl, that's my kind of anthem. Yes, I'm a priest and prophet of the Lord, cutting slices scriptures like sword. Wonder why niggas so hardcore? Well, I'll kindly answer.
Life's a bitch, no modest apparel. The white man, the devil, yeah, they put us in ghettos. I got crack in my neighborhood infested with heroin. Cause they kill us every day. We living with terrorists. Only way to lift this curse, if we keep the commandments. Church don't teach a nigga shit. They just singing and dancing. One West, UPK, you gon' leave with some answers. But your pastor like Sway, he don't got the answer. Police got body cam and still kill you on camera. Snatch you out the car and beat you right in front of your family. Men of war scarf, black boots in my camo. America about to fall. Ain't shit it can land on. Feast the dedications, menorah and candles. I never drop my sword. This a glorious battle. We take over your city. Yeah, this one body under Christ. Prepare slaughter for their children, cause somebody gotta die.
Menorah and candles. I never drop my sword. This is a glorious battle. That shit was great. What is this letter right here?
You already know what time it is. You understand? UPK, one West, and come back to the heart of all my friends. We rolling through. You understand? These niggas weak. These niggas don't know what to do. You see these soldiers beside me, standing in all black with their shields on post. Watching, they all my friends. Gold is precious, but loyalty is price. Palm with a mind might leave you light. Wrong with this shit, I'ma need a diaper. And don't do any crime. Cause all my niggas righteous, all political fighters. Cowards fold, real niggas hold rank, stand for what they believe and won't compromise a day. Never harmonize a traitor. Do not affiliate with impersonators. You cross the line, you gon' catch the papers. My niggas strong, no chase. Them other niggas sweet like annihilators. Tank full of brown sugar like annihilators. Every time I move a righteous demonstration, all I deny is Satan. My brother's glorious, true warriors. The label sworn down and death sentence can't stop till we notorious. Thrown in my way with a supreme audience. Proud ass nigga get exiled. No loitering around my brothers. You already know what it is. 144 back in D, UPK style, put it down for my brothers. And I roll with straight soul. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
They my brothers. We gon' rule it on the king on the stand. We gon' rule this bitch at all costs. Nigga, we gon' take these from the rappers. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Me and all my brothers. Like the ladder house. You can't blend with my men, nigga. I can tell you fake from your treacherous mouth. Claiming God is all love, we don't believe that. Give a damn about your 2 cents. Fuck your feedback. I give it all for my brothers, they deserve. No excuses for my niggas. They striving to be perfect. Sacrifice whatever form, they never own. You be cake, we click tight like CP and Joe. Endure to the end, it's what a wise man told me. Licking from the top shelf while I spinning with the low. 144, nigga, everybody know. All the album on it was revenge, fuck a road. Say you down for the cause, gotta show me. Stand tall and do not blush. Remain calm when the danger pop up. Go deep like David Jones locker. More bars than Central Locker. No competition, only glory in the distance for my bro.
She sleep.
According to God, the white man is the devil. See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prophets. My nigga serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. You cashed down on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers trying to kill us slow. Just folks with a nigga in fed, he up on parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know where it's golden to get them. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. Like we all come together. Cause they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and all your ass need to stop and ask you. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga, gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay solid, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no losses, ain't no talking, but we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'm a bit low to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mother on high, baby pass through the fire. Ask you the props, that baby so belong to the Lord. I dare you aboard it. Never will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the props. That's just the reality, Christian. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist to lie the money out of your pockets. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
All right. Clap it up. You know what I'm saying? Live Miss Real, this is Israelite School of UPK. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yohanan. Tonight is Wednesday night biblical law class. You understand? We just get into what we was getting to yesterday. If you caught the class, we was going over the Feast of Dedication. You know what I'm saying? In the Hebrew, it's called Hanukkah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we just going over what we was going over yesterday. Yesterday we covered the first chapter, talking about Alexander, what's his name? Antiochus Epiphanes. You know what I'm saying? How they came and conquered all these different lands and peoples, and they killed all these different kings, and you know what I'm saying? They killed Israel. You know what I'm saying? But the Feast of Hanukkah, which is the Feast of Dedication, it's important. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a memorial day for our forefathers, to remember what our forefathers did. You understand? And because, look, guess what? America does the same thing. They remember what their forefathers did. They remember 9/11. They remember the Holocaust. They remember Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They remember the Alamo. They remember Desert Storm, Operation Iraq. You know what I'm saying? They remember World War One, World War Two. They remember the Korean War conflict. They remember those days. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, you being Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, that is not your culture. That is not your people. That's not your history. Your history is in this Bible. You know what I'm saying? Your history is in the Maccabees. You know what I'm saying? And it's Apocrypha. That's what your history is. You understand? The more that we wake up to and understand that this is our history book, the more we can change our people and change the condition that we in. Because then we understand that we have to live by what's in this Bible. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out that Christian church and stop listening to that Christian pastor who's been teaching you lies. You understand? This book ain't for, it's not a novel. This book is not written for everybody. You understand? This is the history book and the records of Black, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? If you go right now and open somebody's mailbox and take that mail, you know what I'm saying, that is a federal crime. You will go to jail for it. You understand? Your Christian pastor, he opening his book and telling everybody that it's for them. That your book, your mail that belong to you, is for everybody. That should be a crime. That is a crime what your Christian pastor doing. You understand? And yeah, so we just gonna cover what we was covering yesterday in Maccabees. I believe are we still in the first chapter?
Kind, sir.
Or what do we leave off at? If you
verse 28, if I believe, sir.
28.
Right. Yep. Kind.
Oh, yep, yeah. You can read it when you got it, Baba Kashar.
Kind, sir. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse Salakia. First Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse 28.
Oh yeah, and before you go, just to cover a little bit what we was going over. So Alexander died. He left his what is it called, his rulership.
Mm-hmm.
He left his kingdom to his 4 generals that he grew up with. You know what I'm saying? One general was over Assyria, one was over Egypt, one was over this place and this place. They had 4 different places that they was over. You know what I'm saying? And I think Ptolemy, what was it? Antiochus made war with Ptolemy, who was in Egypt. That's what we left off, right? Okay. Sorry, Christ. You can read what you got about Kashar.
Khan. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse 28. The land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion.
Right, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion. Like we was going over yesterday, they was confused because they was like, man, look, we made a agreement with you. You understand? We made a covenant with you saying that we was gonna take on y'all customs. We was gonna build these places of exercise. We wasn't gonna circumcise our children no more. We wasn't gonna wear our beards. We wasn't gonna wear garments and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't gonna have more than one wife. You know, anything that's Black culture, that the Black people at that time, they made a covenant with Alexander and them and the Greeks saying that they wasn't gonna do that no more. They wasn't gonna live according to the Bible no more. So when when Antiochus came and made war against them, what did it say? Read that last part.
Khan, sir. And all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion.
Right, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion because they didn't understand. They was like, man, look, we agreed that we was gonna leave our culture and accept your culture. Why are you making war against us?
Mm-hmm.
They're not understanding that this devil is not. It's not about you taking his culture. Like, look at, like, friends. Let's put it into modern terms. The Europeans already conquered Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians in America, in Central, South, and North America. But guess what? Immigration Custom Enforcement, they still killing the Northern Kingdom at the border. They still killing them. After they already done wiped out 80-90% of their people, they still putting them in dog cages at the border. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, the Afghanistans, they able to come over here, not get polio shots, not get vaccines, not have to show no IDs or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they able to come over here and get jobs and set up mosques and to swallow Black people up in Islam and rise over the top of Black people. And they immigrants. No, Immigration Custom Enforcement ain't looking for them. But guess who they looking for? They looking for Hispanics, and this is their land. Like California belongs to Mexico. Arizona belongs to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You got certain Hispanics that they believe in America. They believe in Donald Trump until ICE kicking their door in and take their mom. They go, hold on, man, I voted for Donald Trump. I thought, what you taking my mom for? Then she's an immigrant. Now you confused. Now you confused. Now you don't want the border no more. You know what I'm saying? Now you looking at your people like, damn, nigga, what I should have never did this. That's the same thing that was going on back then. Not that specific thing, but they was confused because they agreed. You understand? The Bible says you ain't supposed to make no covenant with no other nation. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you make a covenant with another nation, guess what you got to do? You got to leave your culture. You got to leave your heritage. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make yourself a second class citizen. That's why your Christian church, and I always go back to the Christian church because what they teach is just so horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like our people really destroyed, and we suffer by the things that we taught that and believe in that, and a person that we think is a man of God. You know what I'm saying? We arrogantly follow Christianity, and it's destroying us. You
Right.
Keep reading, Baba Gashar.
Sorry, verse 29. And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude.
Right. So after 2 years, he sent one of his generals or, you know what I'm saying, captains out to go get his tribute from all these different people, right? And specifically from us at this time. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 30. And spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit.
Right. And then when he came, you know what I'm saying, speaking sweet. He came speaking sweet, but what did it say?
But all was deceit.
Yeah, he came speaking real nice to him because all was deceit. Everything that he was saying was deceit, and that's why we say that your oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You can't trust nothing that he says. You understand? But let's see what these brothers and sisters did. Let's see if they trusted him or not. You know what I'm saying? But it said he came speaking peace. He came speaking sweet. Just like they do when they see us at camp. You know what I'm saying? Just like they see us out in public. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you celebrate Thanksgiving? Why don't you celebrate Christmas? Oh, it's just for the kids. The whole time in his heart, he like, nigga, who are you not to celebrate my holidays? You belong in jail. You know what I'm saying? You a criminal, nigga. That's what it's hard. That nigga thinking about how nigga, like they can catch you at a park, like in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? They call brothers barbecuing at the goddamn park, and she walk up looking all sweet. But do y'all have a permit though?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got a permit? Y'all know you gotta have a permit to. Oh no, it's all fine. His food smells so good. You got a permit though to be out here? No, we ain't got no permit. Next you know, she on the phone, Karen on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like she's trying to get you murdered with her white privilege. Like your oppressor, you gotta understand your oppressor. He speaks sweet. You know what I'm saying? You speak like Donald Trump. He act like he buddies with Snoop Dogg and all these rappers. But guess what? That nigga don't. Nigga, he said he admires Andrew Jackson.
Right.
Andrew Jackson did, but he speaks sweet when he get up there. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other hand, he speak with a forked tongue. Then on the other hand, he say, I'm cool with Snoop Dogg. I'm cool with black people. And then he say, when you pull them over and put them in the car, don't do the little nice thing when you grab their head and put them in the car. Just throw them in the car. That's what Donald Trump said. They speak peace. They speak peaceful on one side of it. On the other side, they don't. They speak with a forked tongue. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Could you Psalms 55 and 21 is a perfect preset. I'll read it.
I'm grabbing it right now for you, sir.
Yeah, Psalms 55 and 21 is a perfect preset for what you're saying. And it's exactly what Antiochus did at this time. You know what I'm saying? The brother sat up here and he making it seem as if all is good, but in his mind, he knowing what he really want to do.
Right.
And Black and Hispanics and Native American Indians got to stop falling for this. You know what I'm saying? The Native American Indians signed a lot of peace treaties with these devils, and they kept not a single one. You see what I'm saying? Black people trying to march and get rights and be on the side of these devils, and they're not going to respect you, just like they didn't respect the Native American Indians, just like they don't respect the Hispanics who harvest their food. You know what I'm saying? They trust you to go in their fields and pick their fruits and wine and do all these other things, build their walls and stuff like that. But they don't trust you enough to give you a proper place of power, like you was talking about with the Arabs come over here and then they own corner stores, they own real estate, they own this, and then now they making money off you. They don't you, but they trust you enough just to be their slave. You got to stop bending yourself to their will. You got to stop trusting their smooth words and allowing them to deceive you. They are really at war with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you could, Baba Kashad.
Right before you read that, if I could too. You know what I'm saying? And another thing with why black people don't understand that we in war and we spoils of war is because, like they say, it said, like the scripture said, they speak peacefully and it's peaceable. You know what I'm saying? But really, war is in their heart, and a way that they display that is by creating certain policies to keep you at the bottom. They might not outright just say that, man, like I hate you or I hate black. They ain't gonna say that. They gonna create a policy. You know what I'm saying? To where it keeps you at the bottom or it keeps you incarcerated. Or they, like, for instance, like Abraham Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? Like he said that everybody, and like when you, according to America's history, people think that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. You know what I'm saying? But really, he just don't want the North to have the numbers. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, if I allow these slaves to stay slaves, the North gonna have the numbers. I'm just gonna say they free. And then he read the 14th Amendment, stating that if you commit a crime, then you a slave again. You know what I'm saying? We can pay you how much wages we want to pay you, and we can put you on a plantation and all that. You know what I'm saying? But he was saying, but people think because of his words that he actually loved black people. But behind it, he was signing policies and creating policies to destroy us even further.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? That's what they do, man. They slick, and that's why the scriptures say, it's like what the scriptures say. I ain't even paraphrasing. I think it say he crafty. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just gonna say it. I don't even know if the scripture say it, but he crafty. He a serpent. That nigga crafty. That nigga's a serpent. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? You can read it when you got it.
Okay, sir. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Right. So what he's telling you, it's gonna sound good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we gonna okay. We'll free the slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like you was bringing out about Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, we'll sign the Emancipation Proclamation. I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah,
we'll free the slaves. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep going.
Come, sir. But war was in his heart.
And look, this is the same thing. Now back to the Maccabees point. This is the same thing as what they were talking about. Yeah, he coming over here making it seem everything is all cool, but he really has war in his heart. Like your slave, your oppressor really has war in his heart. He don't love you and he never will. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come, sir. His words were softer than oil. Yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, yet behind his back, he really was ready to slaughter you. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what he did to the Native American Indians. I believe it's over 200 peace treaties they signed.
Yeah.
Right.
And didn't keep not one.
Yeah. And
you think that you as a Negro in America, he gonna sign some bill to give you 40 acres and a mule? You know what I'm saying? You think he gonna sign some bill to keep you, to free you and give you put you in a position of power? No. And if he does, just know behind his back, he has war in his heart. He has a device to knock it all back down. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, most high credit for that scripture, and it's heavy that you just said that, right? Because just like okay, everybody was getting EDD, and they made it seem like it was free. Now they saying that you got to pay all that back plus some. All the money that you got to pay all that back plus some. You know what I'm saying? But that they knew that from the gate. That's why they gave it to you. That's why they was giving people $10,000, $8,000, $7,000 because they knew that okay, I'm gonna get this money back plus some. You know what I'm saying? I need my money back there, but they thinking it's free. That's what your oppressor do. You know what I'm saying? He make everything sound good. Like I said, his words are smoother than butter. You ever seen the butter hit the pan? Cook, you get a cook from the cooking early in the morning, and you slide the butter across the pan, and you finna eat. His words good, nigga. His words are smoother than butter and softer than oil. You pour oil in your hand, you can't even feel it hit your hand. That's how soft oil is. Like this is a smooth talk. Like your oppressor is smooth talking. That nigga's a smooth talker. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't manipulate a black woman to murder 350,000 babies annually. He didn't make them feel like he didn't give black women. He didn't gas them up and game them up to give them a backbone that they don't deserve. And now they commit 350 abortions annually. You know what I'm saying? That's how smooth, like nigga. You got to be a smooth nigga to have a woman murder her baby. You got to be smooth talking.
Smooth.
You know what I'm saying?
If I could, I was gonna say he coming at you. He coming at him like this, and people think that the devil comes at you, rah rah rah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, with a pitchfork and it's evil. No, he's gonna come at you dressed nice. He's gonna come at you, slick. Come at you how your Christian pastor comes at you. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna come at you smooth, not looking like he got all the money in the world, looking like he like is as a need or as a want for nothing.
Like he
And
can
really
help
is
you.
really is that a want for your soul. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, in fact, he come to you like he can help you, and then you being so impoverished and destroyed, you seek for that help from him, not
Right.
knowing that, man, this is gonna be the last help you ever get. But this
Right.
goddamn devil. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, keep going, Baba Kashaf.
Kind, sir. Some last. Okay. For middle of verse 30. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel.
Right.
Mhm.
So after we already then took on this man, took on these people culture, you know what I'm saying, to fully assimilated into their society, and gave them tribute and gave them credence, gave them money, all the stuff. They still fell on the city. And you should have knew, because it said when he got there, he came with a great multitude. Like he
Right.
didn't just say, why you can just be coming by yourself with a few other, you know what I'm saying, dictators or something, and get the money that we owe you. The tax money that we owe you. He came with a multitude. He was already like, war was already in his heart when he got there. He knew what was gonna happen. Whether you had the money or not, he already knew what he was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the spirit of your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit of your oppressor, man. He wants to kill more. He's malignant. He's like a cancer. You know what I'm saying? And then, and if you got cancer in one part of the body, you gotta like, you got cancer on your arm, you gotta cut that arm off so that cancer won't spread. Like your oppressor, he has to be cut off from this planet, man. Because it don't matter where he go, this nigga spread. That's why I said earlier in Maccabees, it said they put crowns on themselves and evil was multiplied throughout the earth. Your oppressor is a goddamn cancer. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to be cut off, and that's why the Lord gonna cut him off with fire. That's why when the Lord come back, he's gonna cut him off, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he needs, because it don't matter where he go. Like what the scripture say, the wicked are estranged from the womb. Now even they babies, I seen one just a little sidebar. I seen one TikTok or little YouTube something. It was a little girl. She went in the kitchen, ate all the cookies. She was like 3 years old, little Edomite.
Oh man, I see that.
And then the mom walked up and like, "What happened to the cookies?" She said, "A black man did it." I'm like, "Damn!" I'm like, "God damn!" Like, nigga, that's crazy. That is deep.
If I may, they trained that little girl right. She know exactly who to blame it on.
Yeah.
Like she's literally indoctrinated to think like the people before her. Man, look, I'm about to get in trouble. Only way I can get up out of this trouble, blame it on a nigga.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. That's
a
like
little baby too.
A baby, man, like 3 years old, if that. That's what happened to Emmett Till. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? White girls getting raped by other white men, and then they don't want, or they got caught being whores, and they don't want the city to find everybody to find out. So let's just blame black people. You know what I'm saying? Let's put drugs in black people community and blame them. Let's say they the drug dealers. Nigga, when the CIA the ones who put the drugs in the goddamn black community.
And that's in their documentation. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can go back and read that for yourself.
Right. They admit it.
COINTELPRO. That's what it's called.
Yeah, COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO admitted. You know what I'm saying? But then guess what? They penalize you and put you in prison like you the criminal for selling it. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga, y'all the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And then Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan, they all on there, a nigga in the 80s. You can go watch on YouTube. They're like, yeah, me trying to war on drugs. You know what I'm saying? With the war on drugs is really war on black people. That's what the scripture said when it said war was in his heart. He came speaking peacefully, but war was in his heart. They had a whole campaign about war on drugs. But the whole time they putting the drugs in the black community. You know what I'm saying? And they having commercials and going to classrooms telling kids, say no to drugs.
Right.
Like it sounds good. But the whole time you the biggest drug dealer on the goddamn planet. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's what they do, all of them. You know what I'm saying? And they said, what did it say again? Read it again though, Bob Gashar.
Kind, sir. I'm going to start at the top of verse 30. And spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel.
And destroyed and murdered a gang of our people, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know he had to come speaking smooth because when we seen that great multitude that he came with, you know what I'm saying, we probably was walking on eggshells like, man, this don't seem right, man. Ain't they supposed to be picking up their tribute? Why he got a whole army with him? The hell is going on? And then as soon as they get the money from you, they just murder everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. That's what happened when you make a covenant with your oppressor. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you make a covenant with them. You go and fight in their wars, and you go and be police officers and sheriffs, and you know what I'm saying? And you working for immigration custom enforcement. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? You go something going like, for instance, like a black man in Louisiana, right? He pulled a white dude over and tased him. He didn't shoot him, didn't do anything, slam nothing, and tased him. They locked him up. They locked him up. You know what I'm saying, for tasing somebody. You know what I'm saying? A black police officer. You can't join them, man. You can't join them and have peace with your oppressor, man. You will suffer from it. You know what I'm saying? Can you read Baba Kashab?
If I may, sir, can I pull a quick precept on what you just said about us not joining the oppressor?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before you, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Verse 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy son thou shalt not give unto thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. Verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. And this in the law. The Lord told us, look, don't make no covenant with these heathens. Don't marry your sons to their daughters or their daughters to your sons, because you're going to start following their gods and worshiping what they worship and doing all type of wicked, evil, abominable things that they do. And the Lord is going to destroy you. And this is literally what we read in the book of Maccabees right now. Like, this is in the law that Moses wrote. He told us, look, you start making covenants with these heathens and following their customs, the Lord is going to destroy y'all. And this is like we reading the prophecy of what Moses said was what was going to happen. And like the scriptures say, it's nothing new under the sun. This continued to happen over and over and over. You understand? But Salaki, that was just a quick sidebar, sir.
Yeah, no, that's definitely heavy. Like, their problem was they forgot the law of Moses. Right. You know what I'm saying? They forgot the law of Moses. Why? Because they took on the culture of another nation. That's why that scripture you just pulled was so heavy. We are to never do that. Matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 6 and 4, Baba Kashab.
Come on, sir.
Or it might be 4 and 6. You know what I'm saying? And the wisdom and the sights of the other nations. I think it's 6 and 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You ain't supposed to make no covenant with them. You ain't supposed to marry your daughter. And guess what? When you join their police force, you make an oath to, you know what I'm saying? You join the army, you make that oath, you put your hand on the Bible and you make that oath, and I agree to serve and protect against you know what I'm saying, foreign and homeland, and you know, whatever the credence that they make. You know what I'm saying? When you do that, you sinning against God. It is a sin to be a police officer. It is a sin to be in the army. It is a sin to make a covenant, an agreement, and a marriage with a heathen. That is a sin against God. You know what I'm saying? And that's why these brothers and sisters suffer, because they forgot that law. You know what I'm saying? They made a agreement and a covenant with people that war was in their heart. You know what I'm saying? They will read that when you got a Baba Kashab.
Come, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Go up a verse, Baba Kashab.
Come, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
I taught you what?
Statutes and judgments.
No, I taught you how to be Christian.
Statutes and judgments.
No, I taught you how to be Muslim.
Statutes and judgments.
Man, look, at the Lord didn't teach us religion, man. He didn't teach us how to be East Indian and have dreadlocks. He didn't teach us how to be Christian and worship the oppressor. He didn't teach us how to be Muslim and follow the Arabs. You know what I'm saying? He didn't teach us how to be African and wear dashikis and all that other stuff they got going on.
No, right.
he didn't teach us that. The Lord taught us laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You know
Damn
what I'm
right,
saying?
sir.
He taught us how to actually serve him, not just by talking. He taught us how to serve him, an actual living God, not how to adapt to a religion and take on the culture of other nations, man. Because like I say all the time, when you do that, you make yourself a second-class citizen. You putting them above you. That's why
Right.
Deuteronomy 7:6 say you are a holy people. You a separate people above all people. Because guess what? Guess what the Lord knows. The Lord's smarter than us. He don't think how we think. The Lord told us that because he know if everybody come together, somebody got to be the head and somebody got to be the tail. The Lord understands that. You know what I'm saying? And you and your ignorance, you join with them, not understanding that, nigga, you're going to be the tail. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? They decided to join and make a covenant with them, and they was destroyed because of it. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, Bob Bishop.
Come on, sir. Even as the Lord my God commanded thee, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Man, and look, he gave us these laws, statutes, and commandments, and said no matter where we go, we supposed to keep these laws. No matter if we in America, under the Greeks, under the Romans, under the Babylonians, the Africans, the Chinese, we supposed to keep these laws wherever we go, man. You understand? And that because guess what? That's what the Chinese man do. That's what we reading about the Greeks. That's what they did.
Right.
Them niggas left Greece, came all the way down from Europe, came to Jerusalem with their culture, and made us accept and made us marry into their culture, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord just told us. He said, "What? Read it again."
Come on, sir. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Man, look, we supposed to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments no matter where we go, man.
Right.
You understand? Every other culture do that. The Chinese come to America, they bring karate and Chinese food. You know what I'm saying? The Arabs, they come to America from Afghanistan and Iraq and all that, and guess what? They bring Islam. They bring they flying carpets and bam they hell on the ground. They bring their culture. You know what I'm saying? The Japanese, they bring their culture to America, man. You understand? Black people feel because we don't bring our culture with us, man. But instead we accept everybody else's culture. We accept the East Indians culture, the Chinese culture, the oppressors culture. You understand? We accept all these different people culture, man. And it's crazy that I gotta say the oppressor and I can't say white man without getting blocked. That is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I really want to just say because black people they want to beat around the bush and act like, you know what I'm saying, everybody's an oppressor. No, nigga, the red man. I'm talking about him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, no, you ain't beat no. But I can't say it because they're gonna flag us. They already flagged us before. You know what I'm saying? But everybody brings their culture with them. When the oppressor came to America and he conquered and broke all the treaties that he made with the Native American Indians, he brought his culture with him. He brought smallpox. He brought influenza. You know what I'm saying? He brought all these different things with him. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? We don't bring our culture with us, and that's why we fail, man. And that's why it's important to learn your culture and ISUBK. It's so important to go over this history and understand that it's your culture. Because then you can keep that and you will have protection. Keep going, Baba Gashar.
Khan. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them. For this is your. So like
he said, keep therefore and do them, man. These laws, statutes, and commandments that I give you, he said, keep therefore and do them. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep these laws, man. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to keep your beard. Like the Greeks was telling you not to keep it. They was telling you don't like America teach people, black people and Hispanic people not to keep God's laws. They teach you to eat pork and not grow your beard out and be a homosexual and be a dyke, a lesbian, and all these different things. Celebrate their holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. They teach you to do that. But what did the Lord say? He said, keep therefore on what?
And do them.
But the Lord said, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. We ain't supposed to celebrate these different holidays. Like the Lord gave us feast days. It's in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Thanksgiving is not in Leviticus.
Right.
Christmas ain't in Leviticus.
Right.
Your mama's birthday ain't in Leviticus.
Right.
You know keep going by yourself. Keep going, Baba Gashar, Salakia.
Salakia, sir.
I'll keep going.
For this, Salakia, middle of verse 6. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
It said, for this is your what?
wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations.
Man, because this is your wisdom and understanding in the sights of other nations. Like other nations gonna see that. Damn, nigga, y'all ain't got nobody that got AIDS in your community. No, we got
Right.
laws against homosexuality. And y'all ain't got nobody that commit abortions. No, we got laws against that. Y'all ain't got
Right.
ain't no black on black crime and Hispanic on Hispanic crime. No, we got laws against that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I mean, y'all can't come over here and celebrate our holidays. No, we got laws against that. Man, look, my daughter want to marry your son. Can my daughter marry your son? No, we got laws against that. And they're gonna see that we all on the same page, serving the same guy, and they're gonna be like, God damn, that is them niggas wise over there. They smart. They don't have drug dealers in their community. Meanwhile, the oppressor's neighborhood, everybody off fentanyl, everybody dying off heroin. But you come to our community, nobody's on drugs. There's nobody on the corner selling drugs. Nobody's suffering from being on drugs. And then everybody, then you know what? That's a wise people right there. You know what I'm saying? But right now, they're not looking at us as wise people. You know why? Because we arrogantly follow them. In our stupidity, we arrogantly follow Christianity and ultimately follow the people that hate us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The people that got war in their heart. You understand? Because look, they know when you read, and Slavi for being long-winded, they know when you read, was it Nehemiah or something like that? They know that if they can get us to sin against God, that the Lord ain't gonna be on our side. Trust me, they
Right.
know.
They
You know
know
what I'm
that.
saying? They know that, man. So that's why everything is all from the candy you eat, the food. You know what I'm saying? From the TV you watch, everything is aimed at to get you to sin against God. Everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they know that if you got your power on your side, they ain't gonna win, man. You
Right.
understand? But them brothers made the mistake of trying to being fearful and being scared and just saying, you know what, I'm gonna compromise. I'm gonna do
Right.
whatever you want, and they still got destroyed in the end. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading Baba Shaw. No, Slocky, go back to Maccabees.
Come on, sir. We had verse 31.
Yep, go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 31. And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire.
And when he took the spoils of the city, he set it on fire. After he got done murdering thousands of us, hundreds of us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He then burnt the city up with our children and women in it. Burnt our cities up. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come on, sir. And pulled down the houses and the walls thereof on every side.
Right. And in the cities that we was living in, he burnt, he killed everybody. Burnt not everybody, but he killed a lot of people, but set the city on fire. You know what I'm saying? Pulled the remaining houses down. You know what I'm saying? So now our women and children is just up for grabs. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 32. But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle.
Man, you see that? And then after they did that and killed the men, they took the women and the children. And they took like cattle was money back in the day. Cattle was you had a lot of cattle, you was rich. You know what I'm saying? Took all the cattle and took our women and children, man.
Right.
This is what your oppressors did. And guess what? They did that in America. They did that to the Hispanics and black people. This has always been their culture, man. Always. And this is before Jesus Christ. This is before Christ. They've been doing this for as long as like Francis I was saying yesterday. They know this history. You understand? They know this history and they take pride in it. And they're like, you know what? I can like the scripture say the things written aforetime written for our learning. If we go back and look at and read the Bible, we know that damn King David conquered everybody, but then he sinned against God by doing this. Solomon was wrong. He was the most wisest person in the world, but he sinned against God by having heathen women. They go back and look at their history like that too. And they be like, damn, Alexander, he messed up when he split his kingdom up to different people. You know what I'm saying? Dan, so now look, we conquer, we can do it like this. We can manipulate and do it. That's what they do. You understand?
Right.
That's exactly what they do. Read that again, Bogashaw.
Sir. But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle.
Man, look, they did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you ever seen that picture when they first off they shot like, okay, the Native American Indians. They used to shoot when them niggas in the teepees laying down with their family. They had come through with a Gatling gun and just spray the whole tribe. Well, people started running out the tents. They had set the tents on fire as they run. They had set the tents on fire, and then while they waking up seeing the tents on fire, they'd try to run out and they'd be sitting there with a Gatling gun just shooting and spraying everybody. You know what I'm saying? Any remaining children and women, they'd take them. You know what I'm saying? That's that. Then look, your oppressor is evil, man. And I don't
Right.
know why you think that he should be forgiven for what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I say all the time, just because he didn't personally do it, he still got to pay for what his ancestors did. You know what I'm
Damn
saying?
right.
Because guess what? Black people and Hispanics, we still suffering from what our ancestors did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we still we like I look. My ancestors came over here on slave ships. I'm still suffering because of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for what your ancestors did, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's only right. That's justice, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, for instance, like I say all the time, if I go inside a restaurant with my grandpa and we order a big table of food, you know what I'm saying? We sitting there, bro, we got a big table, everything you could think of on this table, we eating. And then he walk out and leave the restaurant and he don't come back. Guess who got to pay for that food because he gone? I got to pay for it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So just because you ain't never called nobody a nigga, you don't say spick, and you ain't never had slaves and all whatever you want to say, Christian. You know what I'm saying? You still got to pay for what your ancestors did because they not here to pay for it.
If I
That's
could,
that's justice. Go ahead, yeah.
right. If I could, Slakia, they still benefiting off of slavery. Like
Man,
the reason why you have your stock markets, the reason why you're able to celebrate Black Fridays and you doing Thanksgiving and Christmas and you able to go and you know what I'm saying, do these things is because you're benefiting off of what you established in those times. And you're still, that's why you have college funds, that's why you have things set up in this nature for them for their benefit because their grandparents established it for them in those times off of the backs of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And in this day, it's continually being ran and supplied off of Blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians' hard work and a slavery. Like you got the prison system that was established after slavery, set up by our oppressors, and is now still being passed down generations to generation to generation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
For them to keep going. And then by then, it's a business for them. They lock us up and they keep their business going. So what? Naturally, you have police officers. Naturally, all this stuff coagulates and comes together, and they still benefiting off of the things that were established before time. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And what you saying so heavy, like nigga, like a lot. You know how many private corporations fund the prison system?
Right.
Like Victoria's Secret's one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Jordan.
Michael Jordan's one of them. Nigga,
Right.
But it's so many I can't remember off the top of my head, man. But it's so many people that fund prisons. You know what I'm saying? Private corporations that's owned by the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? They fund prison because they know that's good business. It's lucrative business because they know Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? They know we gonna go to jail. Like we 12% of the population, but we over we down there 100% in jail. And we 12% of the population. It's 40 million Black people in America, and 23 million of them is women. You know what I'm saying? And it's like 80% of like 60% of Black men is in jail.
God, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's literally more Black people in prison and in jail than there was actual slaves on plantations.
Damn.
Like that is well thought out. Somebody is like the scripture saying, Psalms 83. They confederate against thee, and they conspire against thee. Nigga, somebody's thinking this up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's creating these policies to keep us at the bottom like this. You understand?
That's crafty counsel, sir.
Yeah, crafty counsel. That's exactly the word I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? And then they do exactly what these Edomites is doing. Except they ain't burning the houses down. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna raise rent on you, so you gotta move now. You know what I'm saying? They gonna gentrificate. They gonna gentrify your neighborhoods. They gonna make sure your rib and your wife and whoever get put on Section 8 and low income housing and welfare. So then you can't be in the house no more. You know what I'm saying? So now they really able to take your wives and children away. You understand? That's they're gonna make sure your children grow up in the ghetto around drugs. You know what I'm saying? That's symbolic to what they doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, Baba Kishar.
Kind, sir. Verse 33. Then builded they the city of David with a great and strong wall and with mighty towers, and made it a stronghold for them.
You see that? And after they done tore everything down and destroyed all our cities and stuff, they built the tower of David up and built a strong wall for them. You know what I'm saying? That's why in the time of Christ you had all these Herod and all these Edomites ruling. They came from them. They came from Antiochus and them. They wasn't the real Jews. Like the scripture say, you ain't never supposed to have set a king over you that's not from your brethren. You know what I'm saying? How the hell was Herod the king of Israel? Then you an Edomite. What the hell was going on? You know what I'm saying? And that's why you supposed to have these read the Apocrypha, because then now you understand how Edomite was the goddamn king in Jerusalem. Nigga, like, come on, bro, you don't descend from David. You don't descend from Jacob. You know what I'm saying? You don't descend from these people. How the hell are you a king? The scriptures say you ain't supposed to set no king over you. That ain't your nation. You know what I'm saying? But this is where it started at, man. Keep going, Bobby Show.
Sir, verse 34. And they put therein a sinful nation, wicked men, and fortified themselves therein.
Right, and then after they removed us and took our wives and our children and left us for a spoil, they replaced the inhabitants with wicked men. They replaced the inhabitant with they people. You know what I'm saying? They moved in our land and was like, nigga, this our land, just like they do everybody. You know what I'm saying? They, like I said earlier yesterday, they killed the original Greeks off. You know what I'm saying? And then they became the Greeks. They murdered the South Africans, then they became the South Africans. They murdered the Native American Indians, and they became the Americans. This became their land. If you don't like it, get on a boat, get on a plane, get out of here. That's how it became. That's the same thing was going on in Greece. You know what I'm saying? One bogus shot.
Sir. Verse 35. They stored it also with armor and victuals, and when they had gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem, they laid them up there, and so they became a sore snare.
Right, and then they set up armor and visuals, and when they had gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem, they laid them up there, so they became a sore snare. You know what I'm saying? They completely robbed black people, and I gotta get in Hispanic, I gotta get the answer for it, but I'm not sure. But if I can remember, I think I'm not sure. Maybe you know, Krazai, did they take the Ark of the Covenant? Did we still have the Ark of the Covenant
at this time?
Yeah, come on.
I'm not 100% sure. I think that was took in the time of Daniel though, by the Persians.
Yeah, I know, but they gave it back though.
Okay, so if I'm not sure, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, shit, I ain't gonna even speak on either thing. But I was gonna say, man, I think they took Ark of the Covenant and all. I wouldn't be surprised they got it hid in the Vatican somewhere and all our other records. You know what I'm saying?
I assume they would. You know what I'm saying? They always took our spoils, just like they talking about now. Like
if I may, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I kind of do remember Commander General Yohana saying that Ark of the Covenant is in the Vatican.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they don't want us to read. That's why they took the Apocrypha out. It wasn't. They didn't. We should have never got a hold of this book. That's what they tried. They tried to prevent that. You know what I'm saying? Like we bring all the time. Like it wasn't against. Like during slavery, nigga, you can read. Like that's a misnomer thinking that you couldn't read nothing at all. That's how what's his name? Benjamin Banneker built Washington D.C. You can't read blueprints and layouts if you can't read. How the hell are you going to build a city? You know what I'm saying? He built that city because he knew how to read. They didn't have a problem with slaves knowing how to read. They had a problem with you reading the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had a problem because just like what's his name? Nat Turner. You know what I'm saying? Israelite Hill. All them brothers that after slavery, we went over Crayola. All them brothers after slavery, they when they start reading that Bible, they was like, damn, we the people of the Bible. Right. You know what I'm saying? We the people of the Bible. And that was the biggest fear that they feared. That's why when they caught you reading this book, they burnt your eyes out your sockets. They ripped your tongue out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? When you pray, you had to stick your head in the bucket so where they can't hear you. You know what I'm saying? That was for a reason, man, because they didn't want you to realize who you was again. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have these brothers down there in the same situation. They said, thing is, they knew who they was. They just abandoned their culture. You know what I'm saying? And like you got a lot of black people that do that today. We pass out flyers. We teach these classes. We teach them who they is according to the Bible, and they don't want to hear it. They take the information and they be like, okay, for sure, brother. And they keep going, not even knowing this is the most valuable thing that you ever can hear walking down the street when you see us. What you say, Kruz?
I was gonna say, also add to your point, like just like now, they have meetings or congressional meetings, and they come up with laws and policies to police you, and laws and policies to keep you down. This is a thing that is called a democracy. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? They've been came up with this, and they've been doing it since times of old. They come up with laws and policies and ways to keep you down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like they used to have a time, like ways to torture slaves, ways to, you know what I'm saying, keep us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians down, and they want you to suffer. And just like and it's not just of things to do to you physically, it's also things to do to you spiritually. Like taking out, they sat down and thought of, let's take out these 11 books and then publish out this version of the Bible. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They did
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that they sat down and said, okay, this will not be beneficial to them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so,
Right.
like, you gotta think, like, a part of warfare is understanding how your enemy thinks and kind of predicting his tactics. You gotta know how your enemy thinks, and throughout this Bible, it tells you how your enemy thinks. He comes to you words smoother than butter, smoother than oil, but he constantly has war in his heart. So if you take that mindset and know, okay, damn, he's never going to be cool with me. You know, no matter how much he says he wants to, it's something in him that just can't be cool with me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, like, you got to take that and run with it and be like, okay, let me learn how my people back then who went to war with these people, how they maneuvered, how they overcame. And then you had it, like, this Bible is the cheat code to life. You know what I'm saying? For Black
Damn
Hispanic
right.
and Native American.
Damn right.
It really tells us how to get in and how to move. That's why brothers in here, we move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And then, like,
Right.
brothers like Commander Junior Hanna and the men under him, they will never fail because they're able to go back and read their history and be like, you know what? That's where he failed at. And I'm reading this right here. I'm not gonna make that same mistake. You see what I'm saying? And that's why
Right.
the ISBK been going on so long and been going so strong because we read these holy records and we like, okay,
Damn.
we gonna do like the men before us did, and we gonna also do what the scriptures say, like the things written aforetime is written for our learning. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna learn from what their mistakes and what they did because it's written down for a reason. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm right.
And if I may too, sir, quick sidebar, right?
Yeah.
What the Adawanyam is saying is so heavy. Like, as far as us being in this land of our captivity, and they telling us that we can't read the Bible, like you said, Adawanyam, like they ain't give a damn about us reading. Like, you can't have no dumb slaves to build up your nation if them niggas can't read the instructions that you trying to have for them to build up your nation, right? But they ain't want us to read these scriptures. And your oppressor, like the higher up ones, the ones that sit in them high seats, man, they know these records is true, and they know these records are ours. They know the breakdowns that we know. They understand that this is literally a history book of the same people that they got oppressed and in slavery. And they know damn well if we get a hold of these scriptures, what we are going to do. If I could, sir, I want to pull a precept to what y'all said, right? I'm going to go to the book of Baruch, chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 29. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. The Lord said, look, man, you niggas is going to be scattered if y'all don't follow my law, statutes, and commandments. And y'all going to be small in number. And these same people that were small in number in these slave quarters, we was forbidden to read these scriptures for this very next reason in this next verse. Salakia, verse 31. And Salakia, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. And we go back and read these scriptures, follow these law, statutes, and commandments, and correlate this to our life in these times. We gonna remember that we Israelites. Niggas gonna start rocking mitris. We gonna start wearing war scarves. You feel me? We gonna start putting fringes on our clothes. We gonna start keeping our high holy days. We gonna stop dealing with these other nations, and we gonna start keeping our law, statutes, and commandments. And the Lord is gonna get back on our side to fight for us. This is exactly why I don't want you to read these scriptures. This is exactly why they took these books out, sir. You feel me? So, Lucky, I just wanted to say that.
Hey, no, nigga, that's facts. And like
Right.
you said, they took these books out for a reason, man. They took it
Right.
out because they read in Second Ezra where it said Jacob is the Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that follow. They read
Damn
that.
right, son.
They read that scripture, nigga. They know what's going on, man. They know that they not gonna be ruling over us for too long. You know what I'm saying?
Damn
They
right,
know,
son.
like you can read who, like when you read the concordance and you look up, you read the book, who is Edom. They tell you in those books in the concordance who Edom is. Edom is the only nation that wasn't promised no mercy from God.
Right.
They
But
wrote that,
Obadiah.
right? They wrote that. You know what I'm saying? So they know who they is. They know
Right.
who we are. You know what I'm saying? When you read the concordance, it say that black people don't come from Ham, not the Negroes. We come
Right.
we Israelites, black people, Hispanic people, Native American Indians. They know they read the Apocrypha. They already know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why they signed. That's why during slavery they had all these policies saying that you couldn't read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And too many people couldn't be too many black people couldn't be gathered at one time. You know what I'm saying? Let's put the Native American Indians on reservations. Let's get them out of the land. They did all that. As a matter of fact, let me get a pull Daniel's Daniel's 8:24. Daniel's 8:24. You know what I'm saying? To show you that and to show you that nigga they been doing having these policies, man. No,
The book
yeah, read Baba Kishar.
the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 24, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully.
25 Baba Kishar, Salakia, 25.
Time. Daniel 8 and 25, and through his policy,
And through his
also
what?
his policy,
Man, that's how he destroyed Black, Hispanic, Native American. He destroyed them through his policies, man.
Right.
That's what he do. That's why it's Hispanics suffering at the border right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's Haitians under a goddamn freeway or a bridge somewhere when in the same month that Afghanistan is able to come over here. He do all these different things through his policies, man. That's why
Right.
you don't understand that your oppressor is the devil because you don't understand his policies is against you. That's how America is against you, not because of their words, but because they way of life. You know what I'm saying? They whole society is a bit. I was in on that cross. Their whole society and policies is against is built on destroying you and keeping you at the bottom. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? But he do all his wickedness and he do all his evils through his policies. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. And if you and like what you gotta understand and to understanding who your oppressor is, you know what I'm saying? For like Christ I said, by reading his Bible, understand his words is smoother than butter and audible. What you really gotta understand by understand that he is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of.
right?
Damn right.
All of them. The babies,
Damn
the women, the children, the mamas, the
Right.
grandmamas, they evil. You know what I'm saying? They an
Right.
evil, wicked nation. That and as soon as you get that to your head, you'll live your life and you regular. You'll understand that. You know what? No, I ain't celebrating their holidays. I ain't gonna go and be a part of that. I'm gonna go to my slavery and I'm gonna come home and be with my people. I'm gonna come home and be with my family. I ain't gonna hang out with them after slavery. But you know, some people hear what we saying, they'd be like, "Oh, why you working for them then?" Yeah, because nigga, I'm finna feed my family. I'm finna get this money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why you getting their financial aid? Why you getting their EDD? Cause I'm finna get that. And the white man and devil ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
Them niggas being the devil ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then they say, "Oh, or go back to Africa. Go back where you came from." They don't, man. Look, devil. It don't matter where I go. I'm still gonna be oppressed. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It don't matter if I go to nigga South Africa, China. I'm still gonna be oppressed. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They run that too, sir.
Because this is your world. This
Right.
is your world. This is your society. It don't matter where I go, I'm gonna be hated. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga. I'm a slave. And that's why another reason why Africans. That's why I don't understand why black people do a little sidebar. It's like it. I don't understand why black people be thinking they Africans. Like Africans, they gonna say, "Nigga, no, I was never a slave.
Right.
No, we're not the same. I never was
Right.
conquered." They know that.
They'll say that proudly.
They say that proudly, nigga, and everybody knows that black Hispanic people we've been conquered. They know that we spoils of war. You know what I'm saying? They know this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a little sidebar. But Salakia, we can continue on Maccabees.
Khan, sir. Salakia. Verse 35. Oh no, Salakia, verse 36. For it was a place to lie in wait against the sanctuary and an evil adversary to Israel.
Keep going.
Khan, sir. Verse 37. Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it.
Right, man. They put all these good things in front of the sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? And then when black people got there, they murdered them, man. They didn't murder the Israelites that was doing wickedness. You know what I'm saying? They murdered innocent. They took innocent blood. You know what I'm saying? Just like Tamir Rice, just like Oscar Grant. You know what I'm saying? Just like Sandra Bland. You know what I'm saying? Just like George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? They murdered all the innocent people, man. They don't murder nobody. They don't murder the drug dealer. I'm not saying that nobody that's Israel should get killed. But I'm saying they don't murder the whore. You know what I'm saying? That sleep around with 30 different people. They don't murder the drug dealer. They don't murder the nigga that's molesting children, the pastor that's molesting everybody in the goddamn church. They murder the young brothers. They murder the black people that's out there selling CDs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who was that selling CDs? Eric Gardner? You know what I'm saying? They murder innocent people, man. You know what I'm saying? And they was doing the exact same thing back then. They was murdering people that didn't do nothing. Keep going, Marcus Shaw.
Khan, sir. Verse 38. In so much that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them, whereupon the city was made an habitation of strangers.
Right. And then they was killing them at the temple. You know what I'm saying? They already rebuilt David's temple and built this high wall. Like the wall you see in Jerusalem right now, when all them Jewish people be putting notes in the wall. You can look it up on YouTube right now. These niggas, these Jewish people, they be writing notes. I don't know what's the significance of it or why, but they write stuff and then they put it inside David's wall. And then they sit there and they nod. Everybody sit there and nod their head on the wall like this. You know what I'm saying? They act like they Muslims or something. They sit there and nod their head on the wall. You know what I'm saying? That's not even David's wall. That ain't got nothing, nigga. That's something that they forefathers built. They ain't got nothing to do with us. They built that wall up, man. And black people were going to that wall during the time of the Maccabees, and they was slaughtering them at the temple, defiling our temple, man. Our temple was a sanctuary. It was holy. You know what I'm saying? They was defiling it left and right. You know what I'm saying? What else did it say? It said, in Jerusalem then laid up there. Oh no, read it. It said verse 37 again.
Khan.
I mean, no, 38. 38.
Khan, sir. Verse 38. In so much that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them.
Right. It's so much that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them. Like they was killing so much of us. Man, we had to leave. We had to flee. We had to run for our life. Flee means you had to run for your life. We had to run for our life. You know what I'm saying? Because we like, damn, we gone. If we stay here, man, we gonna be next. We gotta get up out of here. Keep going.
Right. Khan. Whereupon the city was made an habitation of strangers.
Whereupon the city was made habitations of strangers, meaning that the heathen started to dwell there now. The heathen started to live in our land now. And then eventually you live anywhere for too long, eventually you're gonna think it's yours. You know what I'm saying? That's why black people gangbang. That's why you stay on 5-5 Crip neighborhood for too long. Nigga, I'm from 5-5 Crip. Nigga, this is my neighborhood. I'm from Rolling 5-5. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. That's what the heathens do too. You stay there for too long, it's gonna become Chinatown. It's gonna become little Russia. It's gonna become little this and that. That's what they did to our homeland. After we was running for our lives because they was killing us. You know what I'm saying? They moved. The strangers moved there. Strangers are the heathens. They moved there and then it became their land. That's why
gentrification, sir.
It's gentrification. That's what they do. It's gentrification. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when Christ told the African at the well, man, look, woman, neither nor now or in the future, you gonna this what he say? I'm paraphrasing, but he told her basically like, this ain't your city. You know what I'm saying? This is not yours. Because she was like, my forefathers worshiping this well since the time of David or since the time of Abraham. And he told her, he said, look, woman. That was literally Christ's words. That nigga said, look, woman. I don't know what the hell you talking about. You must not know your history, but this is not your land. This does not belong to you at all. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I think that's in Matthew the 15th chapter. This ain't
Right.
yours. This belonged to my people. And he said, neither in Jerusalem nor here you gonna worship the Father. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not your God. This is not your homeland. But this is
Right.
why they thought that was the homeland, because the Greeks moved in. You know what I'm saying? And then way before the Greeks even moved in, when the Assyrians conquered us, they moved they moved us out of the land, and then they put heathens in that land. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They put heathens in the land, and then they put Levites in the land and showed the heathens how to live and how to cultivate the land and how to let the land rest every 7 years from being from having crops on it and all that. The Levites had to show them how to live in our land, or else they was gonna die. You know what I'm saying? That's how they got in this land, man. But
Same
then
thing the Pilgrims did. I mean, same thing the Native American Indians did to the Pilgrims.
boom, heavy
You know what I'm saying? Same thing.
heavy material.
Esau always look.
That's crazy.
Look, if we never had sellouts or brothers that conform to Edomite society or like fear what they coming over here to do,
Mm-hmm.
they would never be prospering like how they do. You see what I'm saying? Like they always need like coming over here to America, right?
That's facts.
They knew the transatlantic slave trade started. It was like where they knew that it wasn't all the tribes spoken of in the Bible over there in the Americas, right? It was Gadites. If you read like these
Lost Tribes and Promised Lands.
yes, that book right there. It
Right
tells you
here.
that it was a Native American Indian brother that led them to show them how to get from the Americas to Africa. You see what I'm saying? And told them, okay, this is where the rest of the tribes is at. Like they would never. I mean, they probably would have figured out eventually, but it would have been long before. They always need like a Israelite to break the code for them. You know what I'm saying? Because like they don't be understanding, and if we can just cut that out, you know what I'm saying? These devils will not be prospering how they do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Their devices wouldn't, because we had look. Jacob chose you. He can out smart Esau. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Times that he showed you he knows how to plant. So we can be doing a lot more things. We just get this spirit of fear on us from them because we see them multitudes of armies. We see them winning these wars. It's like the Lord did not give you that spirit of fear as an Israelite. You know, our brothers might come. I don't know if y'all had this yet, but brother coming to you be like, "Oh, I be seeing what you be talking about. You better watch out them. That they watching y'all."
right.
Like, man, if you don't get out of here with that scary ass suslaki, you don't get out of here, man, with that. Like, I ain't worrying about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't fear that. Nigga, I fear the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's where I put my trust in. That's where I put my fear at. If I have fear for anything. You see what I'm saying? It's not for, you know what I'm saying, the what Esau's coming out. Oh, they doing all this because, you know, you hear about that. It's like not to be too long-winded, but you hear about this like Illuminati and that satanic ritual stuff and all this type of stuff, and then people really be getting scared of that, and they be like, "Oh man, I guess I'm just gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, conform to this. I ain't doing this. I ain't getting no chip." And they're gonna be the first ones in lines to get the chip. Everybody saying that, yeah, I ain't getting no chip. They'll be the first ones to get one if there was one. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I'm saying that if brothers and sisters will put their fear in the Lord instead of their fear in America, man, we'd be a lot better off. We wouldn't have no more sellouts. We wouldn't have no more coons, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters will put that energy into our own selves. You know what I mean?
That's facts. And look, and what you're saying is so heavy. Like really, that it's heavy because that fear that they got, it tells them that they should join to the heathen. You know what I'm saying? They should join into their culture out of fear. But really what they should do is just take their integrity to the grave with them. That's what they should do. You know what I'm saying? Just take your integrity to the grave with you. And what you're saying is so heavy that they need an Israelite to be a traitor for them to prosper. And and the proof of that is Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Groups like that, they need a certain trait. Like for instance, boom. Like the feminist movement wasn't great until Black women joined it.
Right.
It was not great until we became trade wanted to go against our husband, our families, and be independent Black women. Before that, the feminist movement wasn't nothing. The gay rights movement, it wasn't nothing until black people joined it. Once we joined it, then it became something great. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we do, like the scripture said, we the salt of earth. That's not salt at all. That's garbage. But what I'm saying is that whatever we join ourselves to, you know what I'm saying? What the scripture say? We was wise to do evil. You know what I'm saying? We was wise to do evil.
4:22.
Yeah, and we allow our oppressors to conquer it. Like whenever we join ourselves to something, even if it's evil, it makes it great. You know what I'm saying? It make it great, man. You understand? Like the feminist movement was garbage without black people. The LGBT community was with the rights and all that. It was garbage without black people, man.
Right,
You understand?
right.
And guess what? Your oppressor conquering, he's garbage without us having traitors in our nation. He's garbage. He can't conquer. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of those times, it was Native American Indians riding along with the oppressor going to kill other Native American Indians. And then after they got done, the oppressor turned a gun on them. After they just hit us, like you going to hit a lick with somebody and y'all get all these spoils and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then you like, man, look, I just found $1 million. You turn around, he shoots you in your head and take it. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't supposed to join, you ain't supposed to be trying to make no covenant with them, like I keep saying, man. You know what I'm saying? You make them great. You put them in a situation to be over your people. You put them in a situation for your kid to be somebody to hand him drugs. Like imagine a society where you ain't got to worry about nobody handing your kids drugs. Imagine a society where there is nobody getting molested or raped and robbed and murdered. Imagine a society like that. You know what I'm saying? You forfeit that society when you try to take on the culture of another nation. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? But Salakia,
if I could, Salakia, I don't mean if I may. Look, just do anybody watching the stream, go look up black inventors. You know what I'm saying? Just go look up black inventors and everything. A lot of this stuff that you give America credit for, America, we do this, we do that, and you know what I'm saying? We built this and started that. Black people started that. Hispanic people started it. You know what I'm saying? Native American Indians showed them the way. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for us being as great of a nation as we are, America would not be the great nation that they are. You see what I'm saying? But they came in and exploited that, put fear into you. You know what I'm saying? Put policies like Antiochus is doing in Maccabees. You know what I'm saying? Take what's rightfully yours and made it theirs. And now they exploit you and make you continue to do what you were doing as if, you know what I'm saying? But for their benefits, Salakias. They make you continue to do what you're doing for their benefits. You see what I'm saying? And it messes us up every time and benefits them every single time. You see what I'm saying? Like if you go look at that list of black inventors who created the light bulb, peanut butter, I believe it's like windshield wipers, car tires, like things that like a lot of different things, the refrigerator. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's white people that came up with these ideas, but white people capitalize on it. Just like now, he's seen that, Jerusalem was a stronghold, a strong city. Let me capitalize on it. And when they come back and try to pray to their God, let's kill them and let's make them in servitude to us. So now you got our people in fear now. You know what I'm saying? Women and children and, husband. Women, they have a strong place in their household. They, if a man not certified and really strong runs his household, a woman will manipulate that household. So if she see her husband, I just seen John go over there. He just got killed and his wife got killed. We not going over there. I'm not going over. You better not go over there. And if you're not strong enough, brother, he gonna be like, I'm not going over there. He gonna listen to his woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they realize to do. They kill the husband, manipulate the wife, and then she now becomes in a position of power to run the household. And now that weakens the men. And that's what they was doing. It's these policies. I believe it's about to come up. These policies that Antiochus is about to set in place, and that he already done set in place that put fear, and it just capitalized more and more on us. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad part about America, man.
That's right, sir. And every other nation that had us in slavery too, as well, sir.
Right.
You want me to continue, Adawan?
On the Maccabees?
Khan, sir.
No, you can continue, Salakia.
Come on, sir. I'm gonna start from the top of 38.
Oh, okay.
You Tawab?
Yeah, no, until I was just texting my rib right quick. Go ahead.
Okay. And so as much that the inhabitants of Jerusalem, Salakia, first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 38. And so as much that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them, whereupon the city was made an habitation of strangers and became strange to those that were born in her, and her own children left her.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Strangers begin to rule and be citizens in our land. You know what I'm saying? Because we fled. Not just a few of us, but we all was running. We were getting up out of there. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't live around these people, man. It was evil. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, Baba Shaw.
Come, sir. Verse 39. Her sanctuary was laid waste like a wilderness.
Her sanctuary was laid waste like a wilderness, man. You know what I'm saying? Jerusalem was Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian sanctuary, man. And it was laid waste. It was up for a spoil. You understand? Well, what the people that was supposed to be in that land wasn't there anymore. You understand? It was a bunch of dogs there now. Keep going, Bogus,
Come, sir. Her feasts were turned into mourning.
Read it again.
Come, sir. Her feasts were turned into mourning.
Man, her feast was turned into mourning. It was sad. You know what I'm saying? We had to leave our land. We wasn't able to keep Hanukkah. You know what I'm saying? At this time, Hanukkah went around. We weren't keeping Passover. We weren't doing all these different things. We fled our land, running from our lives, and had to go live around ultimately some other heathens. You understand? That's what they do even to this day, man. This is called gentrification, like the brother brought up. This gentrification. You know what I'm saying? They move like we got camp in Oakland, right? West Oakland. Like downtown. It'd be Edomites, Chinese people walking. Like Oakland is a Black city. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that Oakland is a Black city. Man, look, it's heathens. Not just a few of them. It's Africans, Chinese, white people. They just walking around like it's cool. Like when did this happen? You know what I'm saying? You go to certain neighborhoods in Sacramento and they calling the police on you. It's like, hold on, bro. Like, this is a Black neighborhood. What you calling the police on me for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? The same thing was going on with these brothers back then. You know what I'm saying? They took Jerusalem from us. We had to get up out of there. Keep going, Baba the shop.
Come, sir. Her Sabbaths into reproach.
Right. We weren't keeping our feast. You know what I'm saying? The Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, blowing of the trumpets. We weren't keeping nothing, man. We weren't even keeping the Sabbath. Like Sabbath is a holy day. You know what I'm saying? Sabbath is a high holy day, man. Every Saturday. We wasn't even keeping that. We weren't keeping it no more from being around these heathens. Keep going.
Come, sir. Her honor into contempt.
Right, her honoring into contempt. It's honor to keep the high holy days and the days that the Lord gave you in Leviticus. And guess what? We don't keep them though because we follow the oppressor. The same thing that was going on in the time of Maccabees is going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Black people don't celebrate the Airy Sabbath. They don't celebrate the high holy days, but guess what? They will celebrate Thanksgiving. They can celebrate Christmas coming up. But they ain't nobody, no Black body on the outside of ISUPK celebrating Hanukkah, celebrating the Feast of Dedication. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, your grandma ain't mad as hell that you ain't coming over for you ain't come over for Thanksgiving. You got a plate in the refrigerator right now. She can't wait for you to pop up. Nah, throw them leftovers away. We ain't nobody coming over there. You know what I'm saying? Anybody finna slide over there and eat them leftovers. Go ahead and throw that away. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? But they will celebrate the oppressors' holidays. But the days that the Lord gave you, the feast days that He gave you, they ain't even thinking about it. They ain't thinking about it. Keep going, Baba Bashar.
Hey, Salaki, if I could,
go ahead.
Just to define that word contempt, if you could read the precept one more time, and then I'm gonna bring out the definition of contempt. It's heavy, Salaki.
Come, sir. Salaki, I'm gonna just read it from that last part. Her honor into contempt.
So these high holy that they had, the honor that of the high holy, like he's bringing out Passover and all that, and et cetera, going on, it turned into contempt. And I'm gonna give you contempt out the Merriam-Webster. The act of despising, the state of mind of one who despises.
Damn.
The lack of respect or reverence for something. You see what I'm
Damn.
saying? So they
Damn.
started to have. They didn't respect the Lord's high holy days. Not to They didn't respect
Damn.
the Sabbath. They start despising the Sabbath. You know, we celebrate on the Sabbath. You go, you know what I'm saying? Brothers go to camp. After camp, you chill, get something to eat, have a drink. You know what I'm saying? Maybe go do something with the rib. You know what I'm saying? Or on the high holy days, you see all the pictures and stuff, brothers eating, feasting, drinking, having a good time.
Right.
They wasn't even doing that. You see what I'm saying? They hated to even, oh damn, it's this time of the year. You see what I'm saying? They had that mindset. The person made it that wicked and made it like that for you to on your own days of celebration, on your own days of dedication, on your own days of your victories. You see what I'm saying? He made you hate him. And that's, you know,
That's deep.
And that's what we gotta. That's why our work right now and this truth is so important. You know what I'm saying? That's why this time, this memorial of dedication, or should I say rededication, is for you to rededicate yourself into this truth. Rededicate yourself and come back and serve the Lord. Remember what these brothers Maccabees did. Remember what these devils did, and allow your feast days, allow your memorials to be a honor again. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Not nothing of contempt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's facts.
Damn right. And if I may too, sir, quick sidebar. Like what you brought out about the word contempt was so heavy in this. Your Christian pastor literally has contempt for the high holy days that we supposed to celebrate. Like they'll sit up here and literally tell you that the law is done away with. You don't have to keep them high holy days from the Old Testament. They don't observe not nothing in the Old Testament, but yet they celebrate Christmas in that church. They throwing a Halloween party for your kids in that church. Man, your Christian pastor is a joke, and this is the same nigga that persuaded many men to go after ordinance of the heathens right here in this book of Maccabees that we read. So like that's all. Sir.
No, that's facts.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, Baba Shah.
Come on, sir. Verse 40. And had been her glory, so was her dishonor increased.
Right, because like he just brought out contempt. They disrespected the Lord's high holy days. Right. You know what I'm saying? They didn't honor him anymore. You know what I'm saying? Well, why should they? You know what I'm saying? Why should they? Is dinner a death penalty offense just to grow your damn beard, let alone keep a high holy day? You know what I'm saying? Why should we honor it? Keep going.
Okay, sir. And her excellency was turned into mourning.
And her excellence was turned into mourning. And guess what? They still do that today. If you want to make it into this kingdom, and mind you, this ain't even their land. They did exactly what they did to the Jews at this time in Jerusalem. Made them leave the land and all that stuff, and they became the government. They did that. They doing that to us right now. And in order for you to rise in that government, guess what you got to do? You got to shave your beard. You gotta go to that Christmas party when you leave that firm. You know what I'm saying? You gotta celebrate everybody's birthdays. You gotta do all that. And you gotta hate your God. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hate your culture. You gotta do that. That's what you gotta do. That's what these brothers did. They hated their culture. They hated their God. You understand? After being up under the Greeks. Keep going, Baba Kishar.
Okay, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
King Antiochus wrote to his people that all people should be one people. And don't that sound like America? Like the Chinese ain't never said all people should become one people. The Arabs ain't never said that we all should become one people. The Africans ain't never said we should all become one people. The Islanders, what's them niggas name? Sorry, not niggas, but what's their name? The Tongans and all that, they ain't never said we all should become one people. Right. The only people that say that is America. You know why? Because they know all the evil that they done. They know they already conquered the whole goddamn planet. Like the scripture saying, Job, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Yeah,
He know he didn't conquer everybody, man. So now what he got to do? He got to game you up. He got to spit words that's smoother than butter. Let's come together. You know what I'm saying? Let's sit at the table. Let's sit at the table of brotherhood and just come together, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's let bygones be bygones and just forget about all that. Yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna give you none of this money and businesses and property that I got from your destruction. You know what I'm saying? But let's just forget about it though. You understand? He wrote to all to his kingdom that all should be one. That's what America then did. You understand? Look at that, and that's the best thing you can tell somebody that you already didn't conquer. Let's all come together and be one. God forgives everybody. Your grandma's in heaven, because look it. If you forgive me, guess what? You gonna go to heaven. The scriptures say you supposed to forgive people. You gonna go. This is what your Christian pastor say. What is it? Being a devil. You gonna go to heaven with Hitler and your grandma and your dead cousin, and y'all they up there having they up there in the damn castle having a never ending party. You know, that's what they tell you heaven is. Heaven is like a never ending a party that's not gonna never end with everybody that didn't die. No,
Right.
yeah. Heaven is right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand. I would tell if I conquer somebody, I would tell them that too. Man, don't worry about it, G. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die one day from me oppressing you, and then you're gonna go live in heaven with your grandma and everybody that you love and miss. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, you gonna come
set them a straight dream.
Right. And then you gonna smoke that fentanyl and wake up a baby. Nigga, you ain't gonna know what you ain't gonna know what happened. Nigga. You gonna celebrate nigga Thanksgiving and get drunk and you gonna die in a car crash and wake up a baby, nigga. You ain't gonna know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you gotta, hey man.
Y'all see the memes. And they be doing a little self-defense, and they try it, and the next thing you know, they be like, and it's like, ain't it clouds?
That's what that's gonna be. So like, it ain't funny. It ain't funny, but that's how it's gonna be. Nigga, you gonna sin against God, nigga. You gonna wake up a goddamn baby, nigga, looking around. Nigga, like, man, look, man. What did it say? He said he wrote to his whole kingdom that we all should come together. This is where America gets this from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why America is molded after Greece. America is molded after. Matter of fact, let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 64. You know what I'm saying? America is molded after the Greeks and the Romans and all these different people. America is molded after them, man.
That's their forefathers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like,
their
forefathers. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't they keep their traditions of old? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what they're supposed to do. It's just the blame. Okay, if I could, not to I know about
go ahead.
The blame doesn't necessarily just fall on them; it falls on us to an extent, right? Because we sinned against our power. That's scripture. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But where the blame falls on them is in many other captivities: Babylonian, Assyrian, Persian, all these captivities that we were in, Egyptian. We were able to serve our gods. And when the Lord seen that how Esau or the Greeks and everybody did it, or Edom as a nation did it, he was like, whoa, they can't serve me. They can't do this. Oh, you trying to destroy their history of who they are? You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't know that they're Israelites. So the Lord said, oh yeah, your wickedness is profane above all. And I'm gonna utterly destroy you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Hey, look,
that's where you get the book of Obadiah from. That's like
no. Hey, no. What you saying is facts. Like we in this situation because we sinned against our God, but it was certain things that He wasn't allowed to do during this slavery. Like He wasn't supposed to put drugs in your community. He wasn't supposed to get black women to murder their baby. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't supposed to put guns in our community and push propaganda and make black people hate each other to where they kill. Like you look at the murder rate in Chicago this year. They got over 1,000 murders this year.
I've seen that.
1,000. It's only 365 days in a year. So that means it's about 3-4 people getting killed every single day.
That's wild.
You know what I'm saying? I can just imagine everything else, all the child molestation and whoring going on. You know what I'm saying? And drug overdoses going on. You got 1,000 murders. Like it was certain things that your oppressor wasn't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like we were supposed to serve a 430-year sentence for disobeying God. You know what I'm saying? But during that 430 years, it was certain things that your oppressor wasn't supposed to do, man. You understand? And that's why the Lord got to destroy him, and that's why he got to get punished. You understand?
Right.
He took it way too far. This dude took it like he wasn't supposed to take our culture and then we don't even know who the hell we is no more. We think we 2 continents.
Mm-hmm.
We think we a color. You ask a
Damn
black,
right.
you ask 7 black people what's their nationality. This nigga gonna tell you he a Baptist. This nigga gonna tell you he a Muslim. He gonna say he black. He gonna say he a Christian. This other nigga gonna say he's spiritual. We lost. If anybody lost, it's us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's because you're oppressor, man. You understand? He wasn't supposed to take it that far. Like you said, it was we got conquered of other kingdoms, but we still was allowed to serve our God.
Right.
This devil being the most the chief house of Satan, you understand? He didn't allow you to do that. He didn't allow you to do that. And now he got to pay for it. His children got to pay for it. You
Right.
understand? Yeah, read that Bible shot, Deuteronomy 28:64. I believe it's 64.
You want 64, sir?
Yeah, yep.
Come on. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And it shall come to pass that as the Salaki, that's 63, 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Okay, Salaki, it's not 64. What is swift as the eagle flieth? Is that 68?
Sir, that's Salaki, I will send
32. Is that 32? 28,
I
32?
believe so.
Okay, yeah, Salaki, 28, 32.
Come
You know what
on,
I'm
sir.
saying? And I'm putting this scripture to show you that these are the same people. You know what I'm saying? No matter what kingdom we've been in, it's the same people. Keep going, Bobby Shaw.
Salaki, that it's not 32, sir.
It's in Lamentations, if I could. Hold on.
So,
Talking about
Salaki.
swift as an eagle.
You said I will. You looking for? I will send a nation against you, swift as the eagle flyer.
Yeah.
Salakia.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just pulling this scripture to show that the Greeks, the Romans,
49.
49. Yeah, 49.
Come on, sir.
28,
This
49.
is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
Right. You see the scripture say the Lord gonna bring a nation from that's read it again, Baba Kashaf Salakia.
Come on, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
Right, man. Look at the Lord brought these Edomites against us. Why?
Right.
Because we sinned against him. When you read Deuteronomy, was it 28 and 15? The Lord gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, and He said, "Look, at this. What's going to happen if you keep the laws." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then He get it's a stipulation. He said, "But is a stip like but if and if is some of the most important words in the Bible, man." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He said, "But if you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, this is going to happen to you." And this is one of the curses that He said was going to happen to us. He said He's going to bring a nation from afar. You understand? Keep going.
Come on, sir. From the end of the earth.
Right. That this nation that He's talking about is talking about the white man. This is talking about your oppressor. This is a nation that He brought that was from the end of the earth. Keep going.
Come on. As swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as what?
As the eagle flieth.
Man, as swift as the eagle flieth, man. When you go into the history of the Greeks, the Romans, America, all their symbols was the eagle.
Right.
You understand? The Lord brought them against us during the Greeks, the Romans, and America. He brought them up against us right now. America is that eagle that's swift as flies. You know what I'm saying? When we read the Maccabees, that the eagle that's swift as flies is the Greeks. That's who that is. You know what I'm saying? You know how I know? Because that was written before the Maccabees even happened. You understand? That was written before the Maccabees even happened. It's talking about all their empires has always been the eagle, man. Every empire that they ever had has always been the eagle. And the Lord sent these people against us. Keep going.
Come on, sir. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Right, man. When they came to Jerusalem, man, I'm pretty sure we didn't understand none of them Greeks was talking about.
Right.
We didn't understand nothing about their culture, their way of life. It was completely foreign to us. You know what I'm saying? It was completely foreign to us. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
Yeah,
which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
A nation of fair countenance that should not regard the person of young or old. Like, this is the thing about your oppressor. They don't give a damn if you young or old. They don't give a damn. You understand? That's why Andrew Jackson was bashing Native American Indian babies' heads on rocks for crying. You know what I'm saying? That's why your oppressor, you know what I'm saying, Margaret Sanger and them, you know what I'm saying that your woman can abort her baby. That you can have late term abortions. You can be 7 months pregnant, baby damn near due. You know what I'm saying? You can murder that baby in your stomach. They don't give a damn about the young or the old. You understand? But I just brought that scripture out to show that nation of fair countenance, that's swift as the eagle flieth, is talking about the Greeks. It's talking about the Romans. It's talking about America. You know what I'm saying? They all the same people. Because, you know, there's some people that like to say, oh, man, look, that ain't the same people, man. This is we living in today. That was history. That was a long time ago. No, that's the same people, bro. They culture, everything about them is exactly the same. It's mimic. That's why if you go to Mount Seir and you look at the carvings in the wall and in the rock of how they had their society, you can go to Washington D.C. right now, and you can see that same thing. You know what I'm saying? You can go to Greece, and you can see those big pillars. You know what I'm saying, with the slab on top. They got that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to pull that scripture to prove that. Go back to Maccabees, Baba Kashaf.
Okay, sir. This is the book of Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse. You want me to read 40 again? I mean, Salaki, read 41 again, sir, or just go straight to 42?
No, go to 42.
Come, sir. And everyone should leave his laws.
Right, and that all he said. So he made a decree that everybody should come together and be one people, and all should leave his laws. Man, look at the Lord. The Lord never wanted everybody to come together, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can read the Genesis and see that the Lord never wanted everybody to come together. He separated peoples. You understand? But here come the Grecians, going back to the Babylonian culture, wanting everybody to come together. You remember what happened last time everybody came together? The Lord separated everybody. He put them in different lands, and he made them speak different languages because the Lord is a separatist. The Lord don't want everybody to come together and be one people. You understand? If you read the Bible, you will understand that the Lord is a separatist. You understand? Keep read that again, Baba Kashaf.
Hey, Salaki.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If I could the brother read to 51 and then, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Because this part right here, it's like, I don't mean, you know what I'm saying? But this part right here is about the decrees and everything. And I know we're running short on time, so I really would like to say something at the end of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
And Sluggy, before you go, and like he said, these is decrees. This ain't something that he just suggesting, like, man, I think we should all come together now. No, these is laws that he's putting in place. This ain't just something he just saying. These is laws.
Right.
You know go ahead.
He destroyed our temples and everything, and our people have fled at this time. And now he sees that he has usurped his authority, and now he wants all these decrees to be put into place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or laws, like you said, Slaki.
Kamukah, sir. Verse 42. And everyone should leave his law, so all the heathen agreed to do according to the commandment of the king. Verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. Mm-hmm. Verse 44. For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land. Verse 45. And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days. Verse 46. And pollute the sanctuary and holy people. 47. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. 48. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation. So like profanation. Verse 49. To the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. 50. and whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. 51. In the selfsame manner wrote he to his whole kingdom and appointed overseers over all the people, commanding the cities of Judah to sacrifice city by city.
Mm-hmm.
You got
that was 51, sir.
I was gonna say, look, like what he did, and like listen to all these policies and all these laws that he did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not one of them was beneficial to Israelites.
Damn
everything, the society he set up, and like you said, Dr. Zab, America set up their society after the Greeks, after the Romans, after the people who were before them. As a society he set up, it was everything to sin against the Lord. The same thing like in America today. Everything sin is what you should do. Serve the Lord is what you shouldn't do. You see what I'm saying? That's how they set up their society back then. That's how America is set up now. And look, Antiochus was prophesied in the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 22, but also he was prophesied in the times of Esdras. And give me Esdras 2 and 13. Second Esdras 13 and 9. I mean 8. Second Esdras 13 and 8. And it's prophesied of what he was going to do. Ezra saw this vision. Daniel saw this vision. You know what I'm saying? Like these prophecies that you hear from the Lord is real, man. Now it's in full effect. These people heard these prophecies and they didn't take heed to it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Just read it when you got it.
You said second Ezra 13 and 8, sir?
Khan.
This is the book of second Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 8 in the Apocrypha. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Right. So look, this is talking about what they were talking about when we read in the earlier parts of the Maccabees, how they gathered together and they were confused. They was like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? He gathered that great multitude, then he ended up slaying them. They didn't want to fight after that. He gathered them together and slew them, came in peace and slew them. And then now they're like, damn, I don't want to fight. They want to flee the land now. They don't want to fight at this point in time. You see what I'm saying? Right. So now he sees this time period to let me insert my laws now. So keep going.
Sir, verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword nor any instrument of war.
This is speaking of the Israelites. We saw the violence in his hand. We didn't hold a sword. We didn't want to put up a fight. We had already bowed down to them. You see what I'm saying? Right. This is speaking of the book of Maccabees. We had already bowed down to them and wanted to just go with the flow, so to speak. Right? Keep going.
Right. Sir. Verse 10. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
Now remember, this is what Ezra is seeing in the vision given by the Lord. So what he's seeing in that blast of fire is all these decrees that you're seeing.
Right.
He's burning up what the Lord has set in place.
Damn right.
And he's putting out a fire. Right? Keep going.
Sir. And out of his lips a flaming breath.
Mm-hmm.
And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest.
Mm-hmm. Sparks and tempest. So that sparks and that tempest is what things to tempt you to do the wrong thing. Right? That's what he was doing. Look, I'm gonna sacrifice swine flesh. And he said, if you read, I forget what verse it was, but we just read it. It said he wanted in the hopes of that they would not do their laws. I'm gonna find that real quick because he said it just right now. He had them sacrificing, but it's like it's for the time's sake. He had them sacrificing. We just read it in 41 through 51 that he had them sacrificing in hopes that they would make this their law of profaning the Lord, make that their new law Like he was trying to do away with the law of the Lord and make what he's saying their new law. You see what I'm saying? The ways that they should live by.
49, sir.
I'm gonna read it real quick. To the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. You see what I'm saying? That's what he wanted to do. And Esdras, at the time of Esdras, he was seeing that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was seeing that in this time. Like, dang, it's gonna be somebody that comes up and does these things. And they're talking about Antiochus the fourth Epiphanes, right? Keep going.
All right, Khan, sir. Damn, this heavy, sir. Verse 11. And they were all mixed together. So
Is that not what he's trying to do? Is that not what Antiochus Epiphanes is trying to do? Everybody gather together. Right? Just like Natsizal was saying, just like in America today. This is what this vision Esdras is seeing is of Antiochus Epiphanes, man.
Right.
Right? This is what he's seeing, man. Keep going.
If I could, sir, can I go back to Maccabees and read the precept to this?
Go ahead.
Khan, sir. This is the book of Maccabees.
No,
you Tawab. You can then close it out too. I ain't tripping.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
Right. Now go ahead. Continue from where you was at in Esdras.
Khan, the second Esdras 13 and 11. The blast of Salaki. I'm gonna start back at the top. And they were all mixed together. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest.
Mm-hmm.
And fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived.
Right. So you can drop. What's that? Verse 11.
Khan.
Yeah, you can drop that now. But what I'm saying is that little specific section, Esdras, second Esdras 13, 8 to 11, is talking about Antiochus of Epiphanes, man. Right. He's gonna come up, and that great fire that he's seen coming from this beast's mouth was the things that come from Antiochus Epiphanes. If you read Daniel chapter 8, verse 22 to 25, I believe, it talks about, it describes the Greeks and describes them as a beast. You see what I'm saying? All throughout Daniel, like this is why you need priests in the UPK, man, to break this Bible down to you in this purest form. Because otherwise, you would think it's just a beast coming and speaking fire. Like that don't happen. You'll think it's some spookism, but it's all metaphors and symbolism. Some of it's straightforward and plain for you to read, and some of it's not. You got to come to these priests, man, and this truth to break down these oracles to you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And learn the right way. These people, this history is being prophesied, man. It's being prophesied. We don't need, like, brothers like me, Natsizal, Koranyala, and many other brothers don't need history to validate our beliefs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have faith, something that you lack in the world. And it's something that brother Maccabees, which you're going to read about in the second chapter, I believe Maccabees comes up. You're going to read about how he had faith. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He had enough faith in the Lord to go against Antiochus when everybody else was sore afraid. They didn't want to fight. And look how much of a devil he was. He didn't want to fight. That our people didn't want to fight, and he still wanted to kill you. God damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He still wanted to kill you. Just like in America. Ain't nobody putting up no fight. You see what I'm saying? Brothers got their hands up like this. What was the brother that got shot in his car? He had a license for his gun. Got shot in front of his wife and kids.
Philando Castile.
Philando Castile. Brother had his hands up. He didn't put up no fight. See what I'm saying? Police officers still shot him. That's the same. That's how we were back then. We didn't want to put up no fight, but they still kill you. See what I'm saying? And that's the sadness about. That's what angers us so much. That when we see brothers and sisters still die, it's blatant that you dying this way, and you still want to come and serve and be up under your oppressor. You see what I'm saying? That angers me. Oppression makes the wise man mad. I'm mad about that. I'm mad when I see my brother. He wanna go serve with the white man, but don't want to give his brother at the damn gas station $2 or $3 to get something to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have an evil eye towards your brother, but not an evil eye towards the person who has an evil eye towards you.
Damn right.
What's wrong with you, man? There's something wrong with you, man. Something wrong with you. You need to have this
Right.
saying. This is why the feast of dedication is important, because you need to learn this, rededicate yourself, and actually come back and serve the Lord and focus on and take up that same spirit that Maccabees had, man. The same spirit is one of my favorite books in the Bible. The same spirit that Joshua had, goddammit. The whole
Damn
book of Joshua was about war. All Joshua did was war. You know what I'm saying? You need,
right.
you need to pick up that spirit, man, and go to war against it. I'm not talking about physically, carnally. Come into the UBK, learn how to be disciplined and do it the right way, but go to war against this power that we call America, man.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's what I want to say on
Most
that.
High Christ. You know what I'm saying? And just to add on to what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? Christ had that same spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Christ, that nigga, he went against the Roman Empire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of examples, man, on how to be warriors and how to a certain spirit that we're supposed to have, man. We got a lot of examples on how we're supposed to conduct ourselves, man. But guess what? You ain't gonna learn that in the Christian church.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't want to be too long-winded. I'm gonna go ahead and end the class. You know what I'm saying? We can continue this tomorrow. Scripture breakdown class. Make sure you tap in with General Muhammad Scripture breakdown class. Make sure you like and share the class as well. Subscribe to ISUK Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, anybody else want to say something?
Nah, I'm the wife, sir. Y'all did your thing, man. Most High Christ.
Okay, Most High Christ. Well, with that being said, y'all about Shema Shabbat thought all our brothers. Y'all Shema Thought Shema shout out sisters. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, Israel.